What if your radio picked up a station that doesn't exist and it knew your name? Call me Jack. I've been driving rigs for close to 18 years, coast to coast, night runs mostly. There's peace in the dark, less traffic, just me, the hum of the wheels, and that old CB radio crackling like a campfire. This happened back in 2017, somewhere in Arizona, stretch of road between Winslow and Flagstaff. No service, no towns, just red sand, sagebrush, and sky. I was hauling freight for a job that didn't feel quite right to begin with. The paperwork looked off, destination was vague. Just said, Riverside Holdings Site, Terminal 9. Never heard of it. Around 2 a.m., I lost my usual satellite radio signal. Just static. Then something strange happened. The radio clicked, glitched, and an old analog voice cut through. Welcome back to station 103.6. You're never really alone out here. It didn't sound like a normal broadcast. Too warm, too aware. And the music? Not your usual late-night rock. It was slow, old 1940s jazz, like vinyl warped by heat. I figured I picked up some local pirate station, but then the DJ said something that chilled me. We see you out there, Jack. I froze. Nobody should know my name. Not out here. Not through a dead radio frequency. I switched channels, tried to get back to weather updates, even static. But the only thing that came through was that same station, 103.6. No matter what I did. I even turned the radio off, but it didn't stop. The silence in the cab deepened, and then the speaker buzzed, even with the unit powered down. Don't be afraid. We've ridden with you before. I pulled over. Desert around me, flat and endless. Full moon above. I popped the hood, thinking maybe something shorted. That's when I saw the headlights. Behind me, a semi-truck approaching fast. No sound, no engine hum. Just gliding. I stood up straight, waved a flashlight, tried to signal it. But it passed right through me. Gone. No dust trail, no taillights. Just vanished. Back in the cab, the voice came again. The road remembers those it's lost, and so do we. The DJ, if you can even call it that, started reading what sounded like obituaries. Harold Briggs, Route 9, 1993, jackknife at mile marker 213. Lori Jenkins, burned out in her cab, 1987. Jack Harrow, you, tonight. That last one, that was my full name, and the date was today. I floored it. Didn't matter where. I just had to move. But the road shifted. Exit signs led in circles. The odometer froze. Even the clock on the dash spun backward. Somewhere around 4 o'clock, I spotted lights. A truck stop. Not on any map. Just a glowing neon sign. Last stop, truckers only. I pulled in. Inside, everything looked decades out of date. Analog pumps, old vending machines with prices like 25 cents, a payphone ringing. I picked it up, and the voice on the other end was mine, whispering back, "You already crashed. This is where we wait." I slammed the phone down, looked around. No other trucks, no other people, just mirrors. Dusty, but clean enough to show me something was wrong. In the reflection, I wasn't wearing my uniform. I was burned. Half my face, gone. The voice came again, not from the radio, but from inside the cab. "Welcome back, Jack. We always come back." I woke up the next morning, parked on the side of the road. No truck stop, no payphone, just my rig and empty desert. But taped to my wheel was a sticky note I didn't write. "You missed your stop." And when I checked my GPS logs, they were gone. But the frequency, 103.6, still worked. Sometimes I still tune in, just to see if they'll call me again. What if your passenger never left the car because they were never really alive? I used to drive for a rideshare app in Los Angeles, night shifts only, less traffic, better tips, and honestly, less drama. You pick someone up, drop them off, repeat. Easy. This was late 2020, Halloween weekend. Rain was coming down in sheets. Almost no one on the road. I was driving a 2009 Camry that still smelled like my dad's cologne, had a perfect 5.0 rating, until that night. I got a ping around midnight. Pick up at Coldwater Canyon and Mulholland. That's mostly hills, no houses nearby. Odd spot. But I drove up. She was already there. Young woman, red coat, standing still in the rain. Didn't say a word when she got in, just pointed forward. App didn't load the destination, just glitched. No address, no map. I asked where she was headed. She whispered, "Just drive." I figured it was some kind of party prank. I tried to end the ride, but the button didn't work. The music started glitching, playing the same few seconds of a Sinatra song over and over. I looked in the rearview mirror. She wasn't there, but the seat was wet from the rain, indented, like someone was still sitting. My phone died. Even the charger wouldn't work. GPS just spun in circles. The roads got unfamiliar, even though I grew up here. Then the fog hit. Dense, silent. I stopped the car, got out. Nobody in the back seat, just a red scarf, soaking wet. I turned around and saw her reflection in the driver's side mirror, but not facing away. She was looking right at me. She started talking, through the speakers, like an old voicemail. She was saying things like, "He never picked me up. He just kept driving. I waited so long." Every road led back to Mulholland, no matter which turn I made. No cars, no buildings, just street signs that flickered out when I passed. And then, finally, the road disappeared. It just ended. A cliff. Nothing below but darkness and city lights, distant like stars. As I braked hard, the engine cut. Everything shut off, and she was in the passenger seat, calm, pale, eyes full of static. She looked at me and said, "Thank you for finishing the ride." She touched my hand, and everything went black. I woke up alone, car parked safely at home. My phone was working again, except there was a new ride completed in my app history. Passenger R. Baines, rating 5 stars. Comment, "Finally home." I never picked up another fare, but I still get pinged. Every Halloween, same location, same name, Coldwater Canyon, R. Baines. What if you took the wrong exit into a town that doesn't exist? This was spring break, 2019. Me, my girlfriend Nessa, and our friend Brandon were heading up the coast from San Diego to Big Sur. Long stretch of Highway 1, ocean to the left, cliffs to the right. Brandon was driving. We were blasting music, cracking jokes, half asleep by midnight. Around 12:30, we saw a blue sign. Rest stop, Willow Creek, 1 mile. We pulled off, but the road wasn't paved. It turned to gravel almost instantly, winding through trees. Then a town appeared, full-on old-timey place. Diners with neon signs, a drive-in theater playing a black and white movie, gas pumps from the 60s. No cell service. It felt frozen, like someone's memory. At first we thought it was some tourist trap. Quaint, Instagrammable, but the people didn't move right. They walked in loops. One guy kept sweeping the same spot. A woman was handing out newspapers with no headlines. And when we tried to leave, the road was gone. The way we came from was now just buildings, trees, and fog. Nessa pointed out that the theater marquee now read, "Now playing Their Last Night." And the diner? The sign had changed to say, "Closed after tonight." Then the townspeople, they stopped what they were doing. The man with the broom froze mid-sweep. The woman with the newspapers tilted her head, slowly and unnatural. One by one, they all turned toward us. No blinking, no expression, just staring. Then, as if someone gave a silent signal, they all started walking toward us. Not fast, but not slow either. Just a steady, eerie pace. Their footsteps were silent. All of them had their eyes locked on us. It was like they were waiting for us to arrive in this weird town. We ran. No plan. Just sprinted until the buildings blurred. We passed the same diner 3 times, but on the 4th, the windows were shattered and bloodied. Inside, a photo hung crooked on the wall. It showed the 3 of us, smiling, standing in front of the diner. The date on the photo was tomorrow's. I don't know how we got out. I just remember waking up in the car. Nessa was crying. Brandon was holding the photo. The car was parked just off Highway 1, engine cold, no town around us, no gravel road, just trees to our right and the Pacific Ocean to our left. We tried to find Willow Creek again. Doesn't exist on any map in that part of California. But the photo does. Except, the photo was never taken. Some roads are older than memory, and some passengers were never meant to leave. Next time you drive at night, watch the signs. Not all exits bring you home. This has been The Shadow Hour.